My name is Bobby Lee Flores, 421 Water Street. And I'm trying to find some money to turn on my hot water and for my property, turn on my water because it's been cut off already 3 times since my ex parte marriage divorce where I've been framed. In a case that was thrown out in January the 9th, 2017, it was ordered to refile, but they never did. 2 weeks later, accused me of exploiting a court order, and not only that, accused me of fraud. But they're accusing me of fraud of a property my wife gave me, I already own under my name, and the prior court hearing before that, full force and effect, I was given full control of this property. So it's my job to preserve and increase the value of it. The ceilings had fallen in 3 different rooms because weather damage of an old roof, and my mom was dying in this very room, terminally ill. So it's my job to preserve and increase. So I took out a loan. But what happened, how I got that loan, is a friend across the street, supposedly a friend, came at gunpoint. And I didn't know what to do. This is the second time. The first time my wife approved him because he's getting him out of a $560 thing. This time they said they want to kill him. So, oh, Miss Fran Grant Lee knows where. Miss Fran knows where to get it. So I'm talking about Fran Grant Lee, Choices Sober Living Home here in Kern County. He knows where to get the money. So I went over there to the guy and he gave me a blank piece of paper. James L. Caphart, owner of Friendly Loan Company, which I don't believe he's the owner today. I believe that was a lie. He's owner of Landlord Services. But when I filed police reports and sheriff department reports for fraud and Better Business Bureau complaints, and they all denied me. I showed the proof they committed fraud, everything. But he lost his notary stamp. But his wife stamped with her stamp for Landlord Services my documents. So she incorporated that company into this loan here, Friendly Loan Company. Ex parte it. I don't care. Murder the truth in a California courtroom with your ex parte law. Go ahead, murder the truth. That's what the Lord is talking about. Sodomizing him. You know what I mean? Backstabbing him. And that's backstabbing with the double-edged sword that comes out of your mouth, out of that hole in your mouth. Now it goes in, comes out. It's what goes in that defiles you. It's what comes out. That double-edged sword. So make sure you go to the California courtroom. You open up your mouth when you walk through the security gates and show them that you're armed, with a deadly weapon. Otherwise, the deputies don't know that. You're going to go upstairs and commit mayhem and, shame and maim and lame somebody, blame and shame somebody up there with your tongue in a lie. And you're going to feed that judge a lie through your attorney, possibly. He'll give her a fruit to eat and cause her hair to fall out like the silver crown in her hair is a crown of righteousness. Then they'll walk out the door and smile, turn around, smile, and say, "You like to lie, huh, Judge?" In the case, it was thrown out. You know what I mean? They never send me, not today, 8 years later, I haven't received one legal document from that court. When I call over there, they always tell me the judge is waiting for me to fill out, sign disclosures, final disclosures. I already did that. Facilitator's office helped me to fill them out. I got the 3 copies, went down to ex parte clerk, filed it. She looked at some notes on there, got up, went to the back, came back out with her supervisor. Supervisor tore out the evidence. Said the judge don't need us up there. Make 3 copies of that and file that. I did. When the next court did, I went to court. The California Supreme Court judge, who looks like Teresa Foley, who looks like Margaret Burns over there, been to her house, who has a disabled husband. He looks like a senator. Could be David Foley, you know what I mean, who sponsored my wife and them into this country, or part responsible for him back in 1975, 1979, into this country, you know what I mean? And Margaret Burns being the first Presbyterian pastor there. 30-year friend of my wife's on an application. So is Kathleen Chambers on my wife's reference form for a job. And notice this family marriage law counselor, Kathleen Chambers and Margaret Burns. I don't know what to tell you, but this case was thrown out. If anybody, I don't know how they got motions and court orders approved by a judge when the case was thrown out. If anybody exploited a court order, they did. And now they want to sell my house this Friday. I mean, I paid the loan off 4 months after I got it, and they spent all the money that guy spent it. Why? Who is that man over there? He's got a limp in his leg. Looks like Joe Morgan, Mexican mafia, the head mafia, half white and half Mexican. That's who he looks like. But his son over here, who I met over here at the pawn shop, touched my shoulder. See, there was a boy who molested me when I was 6 years old in Arvin, California. He lived on Stockton Street. He lived 2 houses down from me. And his mother owned Leon Lenore's restaurant. And he's a famous musician, according to Mayor Tarver. And I'm still trying to find out who did this to me, if that was him. Because sure enough, they put it on my Facebook, that guy. who molested me when I was in talking about sodomy here. They love to sodomize the Lord. So again, it says FDR. I'm looking for money. They said it's not worth no money. Franklin D. Roosevelt died April 12th, 1945. Says the National Examiner, April 1983. But it says says for FDR new upcoming attack. So that's an old one. It's just for it's nothing. You know what I mean? But then I'm gonna try to make this video slow so I can update it. This one's November 25th, 1942. 30 centavos, 30 cents. Postage from El Salvador. And I'm told that that's not, you got no value on it. It got no value. It's not worth anything. This one's the same thing in the back. 1982. I might have to turn it around. It's got no value, they say. Let's go that one. So I'll end this video.